everybody, it's David and Nikki Nellis for Foodie the Beast, and we have a truly awesome show today.
Oktoberfest is in the air, and in the studio, Capital City Brewing Company's Mike McCarthy is in, and he is pouring brews. And Bob KINKEAD of KINKEAD Seafood is in. He's talking insider industry buzz.
But wait, there's more. We've got STEURT Martens, who's bringing back Taste of D.C. to Pennsylvania Avenue. That'll be fun. And Susan LASZ of Ridgewell is in talking holiday entertaining already.
It's time. Stay tuned.
Planet Wine. It's like having your own wine cellar right in the heart of Del Rey. More than 700 bottles of domestic and imported wines offer something for every occasion and budget. For fine wines and more, there's a whole planet. Planet Wine in Del Rey. And Capital City Brewing, my favorite source of liquid, is here. They're gearing up for the holidays. They got a whole range of new beers, and brewer Mike McCarthy's with talk and tastes of the new season. That's what it says in the script.
He's got growlers,
yeah,
right?
You got it.
And I've challenged him. I'll be chugging all four at the end of the show, and then we're going to tape what happens next.
We dress separately.
So, Mike, let's start with you, because one of the things we were talking about last night is when did it become like the fashion to brew specialty beers for special seasons, like pumpkin-flavored ales and stuff?
In the industry, seasonal's always kind of been a part of it, but it was something more really dictated by the brewers and what they kind of wanted to make. And of course, heavier beers tend to be made in the winter, lighter beers in the summer.
So beer was always seasonal?
Yes, it really was, because a lot of the styles come about from brewing in certain times of the year in Germany, where the caves, to keep them cold throughout the winter, were a certain temperature, and you couldn't brew in the summer.
So this goes back
no refrigeration,
hundreds
and things
of
like
years,
that.
and it's not a marketing thing.
Nowadays, though, a lot of it seems to be customer dictated, because these pumpkin beers and Oktoberfest beers are almost out at the end of July. They were out in the second week of August.
It's like Susan LASZ talking about holidays.
They can't get them here quick enough.
Slam. But now you're brewing specific beers for Oktoberfest, but they're not ready yet, right?
Ours, I wait until October to bring ours out.
Okay.
But yes, we do have an Oktoberfest lager and a beer we call Pumpkinator, which is more or less pumpkin spice. Yeah. Pumpkin spice in beer.
Okay, but what did you bring in today? Because I see all
have
these
4 beers. I have our Amber Waves ale, so red, hoppy, West Coast style ale. I have a Scottish ale made with some peated malt, which is really nice, a little different than using some smoked malt. We have a porter, which is not as heavy as a stout, but definitely showcases some of the darker roasted grains. And then I have a double version of our Amber Waves ale.
What does that mean?
Twice the malt bill, twice the hops. A lot of styles have an imperial or a double version of them, which is times 2, basically. Right. So it's just a much bigger version of it.
We should have a moment of silence, because we have 5 kids, and number three is Sam Nellis, who's in Chicago, and he would suck the life out of those things.
He would. He's probably very unhappy that he's not here.
Yeah, he would. Poor Sam.
But we're not.
No,
it's okay.
I'll
He's in
drink on his
Chicago.
behalf.
He can stay.
So what are you going to pour first?
Amber Waves ale.
Excellent.
Rock and roll. While you do that, we're going to turn back to Susan and with talk of Ridgewell's. And seriously, my tan is still kind of half here, and
no, it's not. It's totally gone.
Oh, shut up!
It's gone. You are without tan.
I'm going to take my shirt off in a minute.
Oh God, please! You're not doing anything for anybody. With
Everyone is thrilled. But I mean, you're here already. You're going to talk about holiday entertaining, and it reminds me of the retailers who have their Christmas lights going up already.
Yeah.
But
But I assume people are really. People are planning earlier and earlier.
So
what are your thoughts?
Let me just let you know that holiday also includes Thanksgiving.
Right.
So that's still just around the corner.
It's 8 weeks
Halloween
away.
is going to be here, and then boom, it's Thanksgiving.
Plus, I would imagine people are coming to you for Halloween as well. I mean, that's become a huge party.
Totally.
Time.
I personally throw a Halloween party for the neighborhood, and it's so much fun. And I actually do all the
Wait, where do you live?
Trust me, all the adults stop by for adult beverages during Halloween time, and then they end up at my house. So it's a lot of fun. But it's never too early to start planning all this stuff. So.
Right. Well, so as people come to you for the holidays, every year there's sort of trends. What would you say you're seeing? Let's start with the food, like food trends. Like, what are people looking for when it comes to entertaining during the holiday season?
Well, I think in this economic climate, people are looking for easy. People are looking for fresh, and people are looking for affordable. So, Ridgewell's has this great holiday program where you can order a platter like I have here,
right,
and just come and pick it up, or we can drop it off or whatever, and everything's ready. You just take the wrapping off.
Well, it's funny that you say that, because I think some people, when they think catering, they think, I've got it's either a bar mitzvah or a wedding. It can't be a little bit of both. I can't cook and bring in. No. Some people are so all or nothing.
Yeah, no. So when we allow the hostess to do either or, you can pick up food from us. You can pick up a dozen chairs or extra plates.
You guys
linens.
do full rentals too,
We do
right?
full rentals as well. So especially at Thanksgiving time, it's really very busy around Dorsey Lane, because people come in nonstop the day before Thanksgiving and pick up so much. Whether you need an extra set of plates or another table, or just the turkey, or perhaps some great gathering cake that we brought here. So pieces of it or all of it.
Right.
We do it all.
All right, we have to take a quick break. When we come back, though, I want to talk more about the kinds of items you're offering for both Thanksgiving and Christmas, because it is right around the corner. This is David and Nikki Nellis for Foodie and the Beast. We are snacking on yummy treats and drinking some beer, but we're going to be talking Taste of DC in just a bit. We'll be right back.
The phrase neighborhood restaurant means convenience, but not necessarily style or good taste. But in DC's West End, Circle Bistro, Notte Bianche, and Dish Plus Drinks take neighborhood dining to new levels. Circle Bistro offers contemporary French-inspired cuisine. Dish has new twists on American classics. And Notte Bianche is the perfect Italian trattoria. The Kennedy Center is just steps away, so pre- and post-theater dining is enjoyable and convenient. Dish, Notte Bianche, and Circle Bistro. There's good taste in the neighborhood. Hey, we're back on Foodie and the Beast with David and Nikki Nellis. Susan LASZ is the CEO of Ridgewell's, and she's in here.
And she's cutting the cake.
Feeding us. It looks so good. I think let's just cancel the rest of the show and eat all of food.
Oh, my God. What kind of cake is it?
This is what we call our gathering cake, and this is what our #1 seller for Thanksgiving.
It's so beautiful,
and it could be many different types of cake. And it's this is our sponge cake, and I filled it with pumpkin mousse.
Yum.
And it's got a cranberry compote on top with figs and nuts.
This is good.
Is it wrapped? Is that a fondant or is that white chocolate?
It's a fondant.
Here, you take
beautiful.
the first bite, and
Thank
then
you.
I'll eat the rest of it.
You're such a gentleman. And for people who want to see what it looks like, we actually just tweeted out a picture of it. It just looks gorgeous.
And we've got eggnog.
Eggnog, spiked eggnog, homemade.
Tell us about some of the key items that you are serving for the holidays. And I am also curious, because you mentioned craft beers as well. Are people asking for beer, and are people asking for cocktails too when you come in to cater? Are people getting a little more savvy on those things?
Absolutely. And so I'm going to go back to my economic, the economic climate. A lot of people will do a beer and wine bar, and then they'll want a specialty cocktail.
Okay.
And so we'll design a cocktail just around the event, whether it be a wedding and a specialty cocktail of the bride and groom, or whatever the case may be. But I find that more and more events, there's that specialty cocktail that's being passed as soon as the guests come in.
I love it.
Boom. So then you don't have to have a full open bar, but you can do the beer and the wine and or the Prosecco or the champagne. And Stuart's more knowledgeable about all that stuff than I am, but you can do the specialty cocktail and have it in a fun glass and all that kind of stuff.
I don't know how long this show is going to be on the air, but I'm going to look like Jabba the Hutt by the time the thing is over.
Gonna? When I get it over,
you know what? Just to get you even when we get home, I'm going to put on my Italian bathing suit.
Oh boy, lucky me.
We only have about 2 more minutes, and I would, unless there's something you're desperate to get across to everybody, how did you get into this? That's really the question.
Oh, gosh. It was all started in a deli in Jersey, David.
Oh, my God.
A lot of things started in a deli in Jersey.
It all started in a deli in Jersey, a gazillion years ago. And I just have a passion for food. I have a passion for entertaining from my grandmother. We're from a big Polish family, and everybody would gather at our place. And so I love it. And I love it. And I love to decorate. I love to set tables, the whole 9 yards. But, I think Ridgewell's does do just the hors d'oeuvre platter, or the bartender, or the chef in the kitchen, or the linen. So we're not just...
Or the whole kit and caboodle.
Or the whole kit and caboodle. So...
All right, well look, I assume it's ridgewells.com.
Ridgewells.com. Our holiday brochure will be up and running.
Okay, and go ahead, give them a phone number, too. Let's plug everything.
301-652-1515, as it's been since 1928.
All right, let's give Robert Footer a shout out too.
We will give Robert Footer. I need to come see him.
But seriously, if you're going to show up here with this kind of food, you should be a regular guest.
Okay, I can do that.
Thank you.
And enjoy the eggnog.
Thank you.
Absolutely.
All right, so I'm going to ask an important question. Bob, are you on the phone?
Well, wait.
Oh, wait. That's
What are you
right.
pouring next? Hello.
But
More
wait.
importantly.
We're going to pour a beer called Peat Me Up Scotty
Okay.
with a P. So it's
peat.
it's peated malt and it has a light smoke or
Me Up Scotty.
peated instead of using hardwoods to smoke.
I can do my
beer.
my George Takei. Oh my!
I love George.
All right, well you pour that. Bob Kincaid, are you there?
Yes, I am.
Hi.
Bob.
Sorry, we got a little screwed up there. So, when you talk about icons in this city, in the world of cuisine, Bob Kincaid's name comes up. Bob, you won't remember, but I was one of the first diners at 21 Federal way back when, and because I was working right around the corner, and it.
Meaning he won't remember you?
No, he won't remember me. I'm not that memorable. But that meal, that first meal, opened my eyeballs up to a whole new way of not just what things could taste like, but what presentation could look like. So I thank you for that.
Well, I appreciate it. Thank you. And we've been trying to do that sort of thing right along, but cuisine always, and even for individual chefs, kind of evolves over time. So our food isn't exactly the same as it was back when dinosaurs were roaming the earth when I had 21 Federal. But
I was there.
A lot of the good dishes are good dishes, and they end up coming back again and again and again. So some things that you would have had the first week there would appear at Kincaid's occasionally on menus. So I bring back the good dishes every now and again.
Well, Bob, let's tell people while you're on the show today. You are going to be at the McLean Uncorked Food and Wine Festival, October 15th. You're going to be there with Alton Brown, so it's going to be a ton of fun. But you're not going to be doing the boring old cooking demo. You're going to be chatting industry talk with those who attend this event.
Right.
What made you decide to go that route? I mean, that you and I talked on the phone the other day. It couldn't be more than my favorite thing to talk about. But do you think like the layperson has a lot of interest in talking about restaurant industry?
I'm not sure they have an interest in talking about the industry per se, but I think they have a lot of interest in what really goes on in restaurants versus what they see on TV or what they hear about or what they just simply perceive as a diner. So I think that a lot of what we're going to be talking about, and there was two reasons basically I decided to go that way, or we decided to go that way. Mm-hmm. One was the venue that we originally were going to do it in had a kitchen and setup and everything else, and they wanted to move it to a bigger venue, and that in that venue, having live cooking, i.e. heat and fire and whatnot, was going to be a problem. Mm-hmm. And so they said, would you be comfortable just doing some other things besides cooking? And I said, yeah, I'm terrific with that. I've done a billion cooking demos over the years, and if I can talk about something else or enlighten people about something more important, then I'm all in favor of that.
Well, let's give everybody let's do some highlights of some of the things you'll be talking about while you're there. I mean, since you have been a restaurateur here in D.C. for so long, I mean, there's been so many changes in the last 25 years. I mean, what are some of the things that you see that has really changed, not just for D.C., but for yourself as a chef and restaurant owner?
Well, the greatest amount of changes have occurred really just in the last 10 years. I've been in the business for over 40. Mm-hmm. I started, the old-fashioned way, washing dishes in a restaurant on Cape Cod when I was 15. But most of the big changes have had to do with things that have happened really just since 2003, 2004. Mm-hmm. The big things are, well, currently is the economy. The economy has basically changed everything about the restaurant business and everything very specific.
Did I miss something? Is there something wrong with the economy?
Yeah.
It's not great, right?
It's in the crapper. Anyway, that's changed hugely, a lot of different things about the industry, and for me personally, but particularly for restaurateurs that have fine dining restaurants. It's really made them have to step back and really reevaluate what they're doing.
All right, well, Bob, unfortunately, we've run out of time. We want to thank you again. If you guys want to meet Bob Kinkead and hear his kind of insider skinny on the D.C. restaurant scene, you can meet him and hear from him at the McLean Uncorked International Wine Festival. Also, Alton Brown will be out there from the Food Network. That's October 15th at the McLean Community Center. I think
there's going to be
a whole lot of other events and tastings and so forth.
Yeah.
Right, there's going to be wines from France, Spain, Italy, Argentina. It's going to be a good time. Well, Bob, thanks for joining us this morning. We really appreciate it.
Thank you for having me on your show.
Stuart, I've known your mom for 100 years, and I wondered, does she know you're up to all this stuff? You're doing Taste of DC, The Apprentice, all this stuff. Does she think you're still just kind of hanging out in an apartment somewhere? And
no.
Pouring wine?
Yeah. My mom's my biggest fan, so she knows what I'm up to. We hang out all the time, and she literally helps me out every day.
All right. Well, hi, Kathy. Let's do this.
Nice.
Taste of DC used to be a big annual food festival here in DC, and around 2002 or 3, it hit the skids for a variety of reasons, and it just kind of went dormant, and you've bought the franchise, right?
That's correct. Yeah, we took it over a little over a year and a half ago, and it took us about a year and a half to get it to the point where we can bring it back to life, and we're doing that this October.
Why buy it? Why not do something different?
I'm obviously in the hospitality business here in the city, and I'm really passionate about what we do in terms of restaurants, entertaining, and
explain to people how you're in the hospitality industry for those who don't know.
So I also own a company called Tradewind Specialty Imports. We sell wine. We import and sell wine to restaurants, retail stores, grocery stores. And I've actually, one of my first jobs growing up was a waiter at Ridgewell's and Occasions Caterers. So I've been in this business since I was young, and I really am passionate about it. And I want to see an event come back to life that can really showcase DC as a culinary powerhouse. And that's my driving force behind bringing back. All right,
so why don't you give us the basic blocking and tackling on the event so people know where, when, all of that.
Awesome. October 8th, 9th, and 10th on Pennsylvania Avenue between 9th and 14th Streets. Mm-hmm. We've got over 60 restaurants, 40 breweries. We've got over 60 different wines in our wine pavilion. And then we've got our main stage, which has national performing artists Big and Rich, Styx, Rusted Root, Ed Kowalczyk.
Sticks? Like 70s Sticks?
Like 70s Styx.
Like Don't Go Away?
You got it.
Oh my God.
Do they need a guest lead singer?
Would you like
very cool.
Yeah, are you kidding?
We need a few more roadies if you're interested.
No, I don't want to be a roadie, man. I want to be
He likes the mic.
I like the mic.
He likes the mic.
Roadie, schmodie.
All right, so
wait, who else?
Wait,
wait, we haven't heard about the rest of the entertainment. You've got jazz ensembles, I was reading. I'm trying to...
we have actually
How many stages?
6 different stages throughout the event.
Okay.
We've got our main stage, family stage. We've got our Amstel stage and our Amstel Oktoberfest. Mm-hmm. And then we've got 2 stages, one in the craft beer pavilion and then one in the wine pavilion.
Well, we have to take a quick break. But when we get back, I sort of want to talk about how you plan for something of this size. I mean, that's 3 days. That's a lot of restaurants. That's a lot of people. I want to talk about how you guys figured out how to make something like that work.
I think you just wing it, don't you?
Especially in the city of D.C.
It's been a year and a half.
Right.
Of winging.
This is David and Nikki Nellis for Foodie and the Beast. We're going to talk more Taste of D.C. And I think I have one more beer coming my way. Am I correct? Excellent.
My God, you're insatiable.
I know. I can't help it. We'll be back in just a sec.
Planet Wine in Del Rey is more than just 700 great wines. There's also a stellar selection of craft beers picked by Greg Engert, one of Food and Wine's favorite beer experts, and artisan charcuterie from Red Apron. For fine wines, beers, and more, there's a... We are back on Foodie and the Beast with David and Nikki Nellis. We've got STEURT Martens in talking about the Taste of DC. Just quickly, I want to thank the people that sponsor this show. If you're listening and you're not a sponsor, I don't want you to feel too bad. Mm-hmm. But I do want to thank Georgetown Bagelry and the guys at Neighborhood Restaurant Group. That's Rustico and Buzz and Columbia Firehouse, Birch and Barley, Church Key, all those places. Mm-hmm. Our friends at Founding Farmers. The folks at Modus Hospitality, Notte Bianche Dish and Circle Bistro are their restaurants.
Yep.
Charles Schwartz and Son Fine Jewelers. We got a jeweler as a sponsor.
Yay.
And Bethesda Central Farm Market.
Absolutely.
Mitch, Berliner. Go ahead. Shout out to Mitch and to Ann Brody.
So, Stu, we want to get back to you. Did you say something about a chili eating contest?
We did. One of the things we brought back was to really elevate the level of programming we had this year. Mm-hmm. And we partnered with Major League Eating. Have you guys ever seen the Nathan's Hot Dog Eating Contest in Coney Island?
Oh my God!
Isn't there that little woman?
I used to be a rookie in the Major League Eating.
Well, actually, Black Widow, Sonia the Black Widow, she lives in Alexandria. We have her and Joey Chestnut along with 8 other professional eaters from around the country coming in to do the 2011 World Chili Eating Championship.
Chili?
It is the first inaugural World Chili Eating Championship.
I want the porta
I was
potty
going to say, that sounds
franchise.
disgusting.
It is, and get to listen to this.
Okay,
It is
you're trying to sell me on it?
I am. It is presented by Ben's Chili Bowl, so it's not only chili, it's Ben's Chili Bowl chili.
Oh my!
Wait, do you take amateurs too?
No, my
Well,
God.
I'll get into that.
Okay.
Is Tom's
totally
or
do it.
Pepto-Bismol sponsoring
So
this
here's
thing?
Place will be
the
rigged
deal.
by fire hoses.
Let him talk.
Saturday, there's 10 amateurs. 10 Washingtonians will be put on stage. The winner gets to compete against Joey and Sonia on Sunday.
Oh my God! You're gonna have to.
I love
Purge.
it.
So you have to register online if you want to enter the local contest. And then Sunday...
Well, how do you pick the 10?
Well,
My best friend.
Major League
best friends.
Major League Eating's going to pick the 10. Actually, I think Joey's going to be involved in picking the 10.
Fun.
And yeah, so we have that on Saturday, and
Chili.
Sunday's the professional
Can I just
contest.
ask why you picked chili? I
It's
mean, of
gonna
all
be
the things to like
fun.
speed eat.
So, do you have any idea how much the winner is expected to eat a certain amount of chili? Any guesses?
I couldn't even guess. No,
2 pounds.
I have none.
Over 3 gallons.
Oh,
gallons
wow.
of
And here's
chili.
the rule: it has to be in a bowl, and then they can't drink out of the bowl. They have to use a
use a
spoon
utensil.
to get it into their mouth. Over 3 gallons of spooning it in.
I could do that.
Oh my God, I would.
All right, you're entering the contest, right?
Yeah.
All right.
Thank
I'm
God
in
it's
it.
Yom Kippur. No, he can't. He will not be there.
I
Will not
won't?
be happening.
Sunday he can come out.
I'm Jewish.
He can break the fast.
All right, give everybody all the salient points again. Where to find you on the web, what numbers to call, what to do, when to go, all that.
So again, we're October 8th, 9th, and 10th on Pennsylvania Avenue. If you want to get more information, you can buy tickets. You can look up the schedules at www.thetasteofdc.org.
And if you can't spell that, you don't deserve to come. Probably.
Well, we also do have everything featured on the list. STEURTMartens.com.
Shameless plug.
Can't help it. It's there. But it is all there. Everything that's going on there, and there's a direct link.
All right, promise me you'll say hi to your mom for me.
I will.
And thanks
She's
for coming
great.
in this
All
morning.
Thanks for having me.
So let's get back to Mike McCarthy. You've got, what is it, the 12th Annual Mid-Atlantic Oktoberfest Beer Festival coming up.
Saturday the
What
8th.
up with that?
It
October
is
8th, October
in the
8th.
Shirlington Village, October 8th. We shut down the entire village. This year we have more tents than ever. We have 92 tents and 65 will feature beer.
Do they drink a lot of beer in Shirlington?
Oh, yeah. Definitely.
Everybody there is going to be drinking a lot
Yeah,
of
exactly.
beer. And
It's
what kind of? And who are the? Is it beer makers? Who's coming in?
local breweries, Gordon Biersch, District Chop House, Mad Fox, Lost Rhino, kind of local
DC
people
Brow.
like that. DC Brow is going to be there. And then national brands, imports. So we try to get, there'll be over 125 different beers.
Wow.
We expect upwards towards 9,000 to 10,000 people in the 7 hours. That's what we kind of average. It's a really big event. And even $25 for glass wristband tickets. And it's a free event, though. You only pay if you want to drink. So you can kind of just come there and hang out and
Wait till
enjoy
you
the
find
day.
a half-empty glass of beer. I'm
sure if you
like Sam.
scavenge
I'm
enough.
thinking of my
Yeah.
son Sam again. You know? All right. Well, Mike McCarthy, thanks very much for coming in from
Well, and
Capital
just
Thank
tell
you very
everybody
much.
where they can find out information other than the list, STEURTMartens.com about the event.
Oh, shameless.
www.capcitybrew.com and any of the blogs for the Shirlington Village has information there. But
And where can people find you? Like if they want to chat with you about the beers.
Cap City and Shirlington,
Okay.
that's where we work. I got a bunch of guys. That's our main focus
You know,
of
we
the
just had
brewery.
David Von Stork in here.
I know.
Yeah, we're part of the 901 DC. I make
Yeah,
the
man.
5 beers for that restaurant as well too,
Right.
exclusively.
All right,
All right,
we'll have to
well,
have you
thanks.
back in so you can pour some of
Sounds
those.
good.
All right.
Okay.
So we want to thank STEURT Martens and Chef Bob Kincaid, Ridgewell's CEO Susan LASZ, and Cap City Brewing's Mike McCarthy for joining us. We got a great show next week.
Everybody, thanks so much for joining us today and have a delicious week.